like to thank all of you for joining us for this Vartalap event today. If my knowledge serves correct, some of you might have participated in our earlier press tours to either Mahakumbh last year or to Maharashtra, Mumbai. Has anybody in the audience participated in that press tours?
Maybe.
Okay. How many people went? 11 media persons, or of which one right now is here. All 11 should have been here. Anyways.
Some are blessing for you.
Okay. So, so apart from the press tour that we undertake to, tell media persons from a particular state about what developmental activities are happening in any other state, we undertake this Vartalap event, which is a one-day media workshop. And the idea is to have an informal chat with the media persons about their issues, about what the central government is doing in Nagaland in this case, and if there are any other ways in which we can improve our relationship. And along with that, we've also included an element of a workshop where we try to not do the speeches and have an open discussion about some new elements that are coming up in the media industry. So my session today will be a little bit about fact check, the new tools that are available for fact checking, as well as some of the new sources of news that are coming up and are very relevant, especially to publishers who have their own media portals and media channels. So again, I would repeat, the purpose of this Vartalap is not that we have a news that is run. It is only for your consumption and for your professional development. So today, apart from my session, I warmly welcome the Indian Army, who has very kindly collaborated with us for this Vartalap. We requested them on a very short notice to kindly arrange a medical camp for the journalists. I hope some of you have been able to use the services that have been placed at our disposal by the Indian Army. So I'm grateful for them for doing that. I would also like to warmly welcome Brigadier Bhati, Colonel Shukla, Colonel Venkat Iyer, as well as the DC of Dimapur for taking out their time and spending it.
I thank our guest of honor for giving me this opportunity. Like to take the program first, because unfortunately today I had 3 programs at same timing. So, but I thought I will attend this one. Another program my ADC is attending on my behalf, but again another important program, symposium on like CCTV installation in Dimapur and Dimapur. It has been organized by Business Association of Nakas, where DGP is also attending, and we have been requested to attend and share their views. So I'll have to rush down to Dimapur. That's why I'm taking this program. So I won't be here to deal during the technical session, but please excuse me. I would like to thank the BIB for organizing this kind of programs, because we know like media fraternities, they are very important for disseminating all these informations of government programs, policies, and I hope that this kind of workshop and this kind of programs will greatly enlighten not only the media fraternities, but through them, through their channels, all the people's public in cities, in rural areas will be benefited. Here I would like to focus is like now it's like 11 years of Prime Minister's government running, and we know many programs have been initiated, many programs have been launched in different departments. Today, I think only from the medical departments, the resource persons are there, but even if we see there are many, in many departments, various programs have been launched, and I think our media friends also, they are well aware of the various programs where we used to organize from village to village, from different colonies to colonies. And I would like to request, taking this advantage, is that you are the channel to share all these programs to reach out to the people, and also like the positive impact of launching and of all these programs. So I think if we share these positive impacts, and I know personally that there are many people who have benefited and who have done well, but we Nagas, as we see, like many people who have achieved success through certain programs, but they don't come out openly sharing their success stories with the people. But through the medias, if you can share these kind of things, I think people will be people will be really benefited, and through the successful programs of certain individuals and certain organizations or certain societies, the other peoples who are in the rural areas will also be benefited. They will cope up, they will take up the example of that peoples, and I think definitely in longer runs our Naga society or our people will be economically benefited. So I won't take much time. I wish all the best to all the media fraternities and also invitees on the success of this program. Thank you once again.
In 2025, we had stepped into a new year filled with the promise and potential. I am pleased to share the significant developments of the Ministry of Defence that I so humbly represent today, and has also been resonated by our Honorable Raksha Mantri in various national and international forums. As you are well aware that assessing the reforms is a dynamic process, and it reflects our progressive philosophy and approach towards self-reliance. Thus, the current year has been unanimously declared as the year of reforms by the Ministry of Defence. This year marks a transformative phase aimed at our evolving armed forces into a technologically advanced, combat-ready force, prepared for integrated multi-domain operations. Several key areas are being focused upon for this reform journey. The enhancement of jointness and integration among the defence forces is paving path for establishment of the integrated theatre commands. Attention is also being directed towards emerging domains such as cyber and space, and technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning, hypersonic and robotics. Inter-service cooperation and joint training is helping us build shared operational understanding. The acquisition procedures are also being simplified, making it time-sensitive and more effective. The public-private partnerships are being encouraged through knowledge sharing, ease of doing business, and collaboration across all stakeholders in the defense ecosystem. Civil-military coordination is further strengthened to reduce inefficiencies. Our aim is to position India as a credible defense exporter through the R&D and international collaborations, while also focusing on veteran welfare and leveraging their valuable expertise. Above all, we strive to instill pride in our rich Indian heritage while adopting global best practices suited to our national context. We are confident that this year of reforms will be a milestone in our defense modernization journey, laying a strong foundation for securing India's sovereignty and an ever-evolving world. In the state of Nagaland, the commitment of our defense forces has been a beacon guiding us, ensuring the peace and stability in the region by means of coordinated efforts. Though the safety of citizens remain our key responsibility, numerous humanitarian assistance and disaster relief operations have also been undertaken by our forces in coordination with the state administration. In the road infrastructure development, Project Sevak of the Border Road Organization is playing a pivotal role in the state of Nagaland since 1961, with its headquarters in Dimapur. Project's achievements are especially creditable as they were made under challenges like the rugged terrain and inhospitable monsoon conditions in the state, and also amid the security challenges and insurgency environment in 1960s and 70s. Despite these challenges, the project has delivered a number of significant roads in Nagaland. That includes the Dimapur-Kohima Highway, The roads connecting Tionsan to Mon, Dimapur, Pereng, Zuneboto to Kefre, and so on. These roads are the mainstay of the states even today. These roads have brought multidimensional dividends to the region, providing smooth mobility not only to the defense forces but also to our dear citizens. The roads have assisted in bringing the remote tribal areas into the mainstream, thereby extending governance to the isolated areas and in turn generating economic activities and employment opportunities for the locals. Addressing the dire need of employment, a dedicated army recruitment office is working relentlessly in the state, serving as a bridge between the Indian Army and the youth of Nagaland, offering motivated young individuals an opportunity to serve the nation with pride and purpose. Its core responsibility is to conduct fair, transparent, and efficient recruitment drives across the state. The office ensures that eligible candidates from all districts are well informed, guided, and given equal opportunities through awareness campaigns, pre-recruitment activities, and outreach programs in collaboration with various schools, colleges, and the local authorities. Through its continuous engagement, the AR Rangapahad is not just building careers, it is shaping the future of our armed forces and strengthening the unity of our great nation. The National Cadet Corps is the largest uniformed youth organization of our country and is contributing significantly for empowering the youth of Nagaland in many ways. With its current strength of over 9,000 cadets, it stands as a potent youth organization in the state. The NCC extends services in all the districts with its headquarters in Kohima and units located at Kohima, Mokokchung, and Dimapur. They are organizing a large number of activities to engage the youth.
All the dignitaries here will be hoping for a very interesting session now. So we have with us our respected Pavni ma'am, and we have Madam and the sir and their team from the Director of Health and Family Welfare, Government of Nagaland. So first we'll be picking up Pavni ma'am. She'll be talking on PIB fact check and new sources of news. The caption itself looks very interesting. So let's see what it is. So over to Pavni ma'am without wasting time. In the meantime, I would just like to welcome Madam Dr. Kilto Zimoni, Joint Director, on the stage, and Dr. Thomas Kapan, Deputy Director, on the stage, please, sir, and all the other staffs, Dr. T. Benantula, Deputy Director, Ayush, and Srimati Alongla, and PMAJ White, Operation Manager, on the stage. Ma'am, please, sir.
The media fraternity can also do for that. And finally, we are going to talk a little bit about one new source of news that has come up by Prasar Bharati, which is the PB Shabd platform. So this is specially useful for the digital media portals that are there, who are not either on print or on the electronic TV wavelength, but are there on social media or have a website of their own. So we'll start with the first slide. So basically, PIB is the authorized media agency nodal organization of the Government of India, the Union Government, to act as a facilitator between the government and the media. So if the government wants to tell anything to the media, it happens through PIB. Or even if the media has some kind of a feedback to give to the government, that also happens through PIB. And also, we are tasked with analyzing the public sentiment as reflected by the media to the government. So if it requires any kind of immediate short-term policy changes, or even in the medium term or long term, that gets reflected to the policy makers in Delhi through the PIB office. Next slide, please. So as I mentioned, the nodal agency of the government, it provides feedback to the government of people's reaction and how do we communicate to you about what the government is saying? We issue press releases, we issue press notes. When some union minister is visiting from Delhi to Nagaland, we facilitate that interaction with the minister and other senior officers of that particular ministry with the media. We also provide high quality free to use photographs, and we are also trying to delve into the domain of videos, especially for the use of TV channels and digital portals. And of course, we have a very vibrant social media platforms of all PIB offices all across the India as well as the PIB headquarters. So right now, information to media on PIB is available in English, Hindi, Urdu and a lot of regional languages also. So we'll come to the languages that are available in the northeast and what we can do for Kohima, Nagaland particularly. And of course we organize press conferences. Secondly, we do this. So this Vartalap, and the second element is the press tour. So I met two of people from your fraternity who had gone to the press tour to Maharashtra last year. So we do that also. Next slide. Okay, so how do we do it? So we have a PIB's website, pib.gov.in. So if I ask you, when was the last time the Prime Minister visited Nagaland, and whether you want some information, you want to refer to that information, ki PM kab aaye the, what did he say when he visited? If you want high quality images of that visit, free to use, then how can you use that on the PIB website? So you just log on to PIB, and as you can see, this was the PM's visit when he visited the Hornbill Festival in 2014. So right now, PR's press releases as far back as even 1950s is available on the PIB website. But from 2007 onwards, in very high quality digital version, this is available. So you can see the entire text of the Prime Minister's speech that he gave in 2014 is available on the PIB website. So you can log in and it is free to use. If you want a demonstration of how to access this, we can arrange that. Also, either right now or post this event, we can do it on a one-on-one basis. Similarly, use of high quality images next. So this again is right now on the PIB website. You can see all the images of the Prime Minister, and this is just an example. We have press releases and high quality images of all union ministers visiting different states. So I'm using this just as an example. So again, we have high quality images that can be used by the media, free to use. Next. Okay, so the fact check unit of PIB was started in November 2019, and to just give you a little bit of data, since 2020, April of 2020 till June of 2025, around over 2.5 lakh queries have been received by PIB fact check on fake news that is circulating related to the central government on different social media platforms. Specifically for Operation Sindoor, which you would have heard of, I'm sure, within 4 days the fact check unit received 25,000 queries and they issued 75 posts debunking fake news that was going around Operation Sindoor in the country. Next. So I asked some people, I was in Bokajan yesterday, so I asked some of the press people there, did you hear about this news that Ajit Doval has said that please everybody be ready, we are going to engage emergency provisions, a big attack is going to happen in India, please be prepared. Was this circulating in Nagaland, any idea? Okay, so away from fake news on that, but I was surprised to know that even as far away as Bokajan, this news was circulating well amongst Assam media also. So, so if you can see this, is this screenshot visible, what I have put? So this is from Ajit Doval's handle, and you'd be surprised to know that Ajit Doval does not have any official social media handles at all. But this looks genuine enough to be circulating on WhatsApp. So PIB at that time was debunking such kind of fake news and several related to Operation Sindoor. Again, I just use this as an example. Next slide. Okay, so back in 2023, we got a call from Northeastern Council that there are 2-3 pamphlets that are going around on social media, and they've received queries from potential beneficiaries that NEC is providing free of cost tuition and sponsoring hospitality, hotel industry and nursing courses in Japan. So this pamphlet was going around on social media at that time, and they got in touch with us that listen, that this is not right, and people are are asking us what is the exact situation. So we in October 2023 we issued a fact check on that, and if nothing else, if it doesn't reach the right person, at least if somebody who's searching whether this information is true or not, they're getting it from a proper source, official source, that listen, this information is not correct. Of course, if the media comes across such information and they want to check from PIB fact check, they can also issue a small story on its behalf that see, this is going around in Nagaland, and please beware, and people should not get carried away by such fake news. Next. Okay, so this particular example is of Assam actually, but still I thought that this is relevant enough to be shared with the media here.
I'm very sorry to say that we got the information only last night about today's program. Anyway, I want to thank the organizers for choosing our department, which is a very important program, the department, very close to the heart of our Prime Minister. And as today we are celebrating 11 years of Prime Minister Narendra Modi government, we are fortunate to be selected as the department in your very important program. Before we start my speech, I want to introduce ourselves, because everyone must be wondering who are from where we have come. So myself, I'm the Joint Director, State Program Officers, RMNCAH, that is Maternal, Neonatal, Child, Adolescent Nutrition, Reproductive Health, and also in charge of ART, that is Assisted Reproductive Technology, Surrogacy program in the department. And I have with me Dr. Thomas. Dr. Thomas, please stand up. He's the Deputy Director. He has lots of assignments. He's in charge of planning and also the IEC in the Directorate, besides his many assignments that two important programs. Then we have Mrs. Amongla Iyer, please stand up. She is in charge of PMJAY, Operation Manager. One of our friends, Dr. Bendam Tula, Deputy Director Ayush, is unable to be with us because she has gone for a national workshop in Delhi. So 3 of us are here. I'll be, for today's program, we have, under Health Department, we have more than 30-40 schemes under the Prime Minister, but we have chosen a very few topics which are very close to the Prime Minister and which are very relevant today. So I'll be saying few words on those programs, but in the next session, interaction session, my friends will be helping me, and you are always welcome to ask anything that you want to know from our department. So today it is both a privilege and a responsibility to stand before you today to speak about a transformation that touches every household, every village and every patient, Ayushman Bharat, and the strides we have taken in Nagaland towards universal, equitable and digital health. In 2018, the Indian government launched Ayushman Bharat, comprising 2 landmark initiatives that have transformed the healthcare landscape in India. The first one is Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, PMJY, and the second one is Health and Wellness Centers. So to talk about the first one, the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana is a flagship centrally sponsored scheme that provides health insurance coverage of ₹5 lakh per family per year for secondary and tertiary care hospitalizations. PMJAY became the world's most extensive government-funded health insurance system. For the rural family who had previously avoided hospitals, who had previously avoided hospitals due to prohibitive cost, PMJY became the affordable safety net. The scheme is fully funded by the government with the cost of implementation shared between the central and the state governments. Our state has got national awards also under this program during the last 1-2 years. The key features and benefits of this program is: number one, health coverage, rupees 5 lakh per family per year for secondary and tertiary care. Number two, cashless services, available at empaneled hospitals across Nagaland and India, direct reimbursement to hospitals. Number three, easy access, paperless registration at hospitals and designated centers.
Have to go a little bit about media laws in this. So traditionally, stemming from the Article 19 of the Constitution, which talks about freedom of speech and expression, media in our democracy has been running basically on that principle. So government, as far as even regulating media or streamlining media, tries to have very limited role in the functioning of media, and has largely always said that, listen, you are one of the 4th pillars of our democracy, please develop a self-regulating mechanism. So as far as print media is concerned, the only streamlining that the government does is through the Registrar Newspapers of India, which has been now renamed, where the only thing that you have to do is register as a title and ensure that you are the publication is happening on a routine basis. But in terms of checking and regulating, you have the Press Council of India, which is a media-run body. It is a self-regulating body. The government has very minimal role to play in the functioning of PCR. Similarly, there are a lot of associations and bodies for TV channels. So, when you come to digital media now, there are two forms of, there are two ways in which information is reaching the public. One is through social media, where suppose if you talk about Instagram or Twitter, they act as an intermediary. So person X is putting out some information, person Y is consuming, but it is happening on the platform Z, X for that matter, right? So this is governed by the IT Act, the Information Technology Act. So the roles and responsibilities of the intermediary is governed by that. Now, as far as the digital portals are concerned, within the IT Act, there are these new guidelines that have come up. The the Information Technology Intermediary Guidelines and Digital Media Ethics Code. This came out in 2021. Okay, so just I'll quickly skip to the Digital Media Ethics Code, which is primarily governed by the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, which is our parent, PIB's parent ministry. So it says that there are actually advisories and provisions that all digital media and publishers of digital media who have their separate website or they run a separate portal where they are the actual editors and publishers of news. So अगर आपका suppose कोई platform है, there must be an editor, there must be somebody who is collecting news and pushing it out and people are consuming it directly. So they are actually supposed to register themselves with the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, and that basically ensures that we have a repository of people who are present on digital media, and once that happens, it kind of safeguards the digital media in the adverse actions such as blocking or something like that. If it is not registered with the government, we will never know whether it is India based or not, whom to contact. So the digital media is largely governed by these guidelines. Again, the government, it is a very new topic in terms of policy and law making. So the government is again pushing the digital media, the OTT platforms, to make a self-regulation body and ensure that this should not come to the government in the first place. What is happening on the digital platform. So in terms of streamlining, government wants to play very minimal role, because as soon as we thoda sa high-handedness ho gaya, it will immediately have issues with our Article 19.
So So PMJY and CMHIS, you must have already heard, most of the private hospitals in Nagaland, they terminate the contract on April 17th because of non-payment of claims by the previous insurance company, which was Future Generali Insurance Company. However, after that, Future Generali's insurance contract ended on 31st of March 2025. After that, we ran it on Transmart for 1 month, and now we have a new insurance company, Reliance General India Insurance Company. Now, with the new insurance company, most of the private hospitals, they have submitted their letter of intent to empanel again under the scheme. So currently, we have already signed the MOU with CIHSR, Olive Hospital, Bithal, and Eden Hospital, private hospitals. We are hoping to get the MOU signed with Faith and Nikos Hospital in the coming week. So that is for private hospitals. Apart from the private hospitals, this is just to let you know that all the public hospitals continue to function without any interruption. And also any private hospital or public hospital empaneled outside the state continue to function without any interruption. So these cases were only for the 16 or 17 private hospitals in Nagaland who had terminated the contract. Again, after they submit the letter of intent, because there were certain allegations of fraud from the insurance company also, we are vetting all the applications very carefully. We will not be empaneling any hospital that does not have a valid registration certificate with the government of Nagaland, and we will be checking every single detail that they are submitting, including their doctors' details, their medical professionals' details. So what Madam had said earlier about ABDM and the HPRs and HFRs, we will be empaneling only those hospitals which has already registered for the HFR and they have valid HPRs for their doctors. So we are also taking additional steps on our side before we empanel these hospitals back again, ensuring that we don't have similar issues that we had with FGI earlier. So just to update you, the private hospitals, we already have CIHSR, Olive, Bithal, and Eden back on board.